My whole thought process on all of the materials in this game will always stem back to supply and motherfucking demand. The more supply you have, the less fucking money that you can make if there's no demand. You don't have a demand for it, you're not gonna be able to move anything. So everyone that's sitting there telling me that I'm using or I'm spending more money or I'm wasting money on this material and that material, looking at that little value doesn't mean shit for me when I know I can go ahead and make that money right then and there instead of waiting X amount of months, X amount of years, or blah, 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 however long it'll take you to go ahead and sell it. Like, let's take a quick look at materials real fast. Say, I know everyone gets mad at me for my copper. Now, how long do you think it'll take you to go ahead and sell your copper ingots? A lot of times, oh, well, your copper ingot is worth 26.3, and if you put into the amount of like material cost that it'll make for that it costs for the crate and everything, you'll see that you're only making negative 20K per crate, and that's a lot of money to be lost on, but yet you don't know how long it's going to take you to sell those copper ingots. So at that point, like, you'll be sitting on those copper ingots at that set value, not selling anything. So are you making money? Are you making money like just having your material sit there? Like the value watching in your storage is great. It's fine, but are you really making that money? Like, can you go ahead and take those copper ingots out right fucking now and buy Caphras? Can you buy 10 bill worth of whatever it is that you're looking for just by selling your materials? I can go into any of my storages, sit there and show you, like, yeah, I have a lot. I have a lot of materials, but how many of these materials can I actually sit there and sell? The current central market value is great when you look at it. 23 bill. That's fucking amazing. That's great. But how long will it take you to go ahead and list up all of these? And how long will it take you to go ahead and get them moving? Because a lot of people don't take that into account. You know, we're all about the whole entire money that we can make, but we don't sit there and take into account the administration effort and time that it takes to go ahead and move said products. I don't sit there and look at or try to min-max and look in that the stupid little charts and everything. It's all about your region. It's all about the supply, the demand. What can you do with it? Can you sit there and process that material up, list it up on your central market, and make money like that? Or will it be a lot easier and better for you to sit there and change that material into, say, like a trade crate or an item and go ahead and sell it off right then and there? Like, it's stupid. It's stupid. That's why I don't sit there and try to tell you guys, like, well, you should be making X amount of money while doing this. Like, yeah, I can sit there and I can tell you, you should be making 1.4 billion with your sniper hunting. Gotta remember, you know, the price of the trophies, the demand, or not even the price, just the supply and demand of the trophies. You know, are these trophies even worth going out and buying? Is the blue grade worth doing it? You know, shit like that. I don't know if like my train of thought is like a bad one to have, or I'm just like really fucking stupid about this shit. I just feel like we don't really take into account supply and demand whenever we're out there life skilling or doing anything, and then we like to go ahead and tell other people that they should be making X amount of money or doing this or doing that without taking that into account. You always have to check supply demand. You have to check your region. Your region will play a big part in it. You know, EU doesn't have a lot of demand for certain materials, a lot of materials. You know, certain activities won't make you a lot of money, you know, whereas other things will. So just always be out there checking your region, check the supply, check the demand, see if it's really worth the time and the effort for you personally going out there and selling it. You know, are you going to sit there and wait for it to be sold, or can you move it quickly? Always take that shit into account before sitting there saying how much money you can make within that hour. The actual value of the item is great. It's fine, but in terms of how much you're making, you're not making anything until you actually list it up and sell it. You don't make stuff that says 800 mil but sells 35 a day, or it takes 35 to sell, or blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah. No, I agree with you. If you know that it's going to take you X amount of days to go ahead and sell X amount of materials, and you can only sell X amount of materials within so many days, like, you're not really making that money. You have to sit there, sell the items. When you can sell the items, then you can sit there and be like, okay, well, it took me 5 days, so I can make X amount of money in those 5 days, not that fucking hour that it took you to gather it all up. I know, it's just my opinion. Don't get angry. Don't go down in the comment section below trying to be some Cape Crusader for like financial advice or anything. I'm just telling you as my own personal thoughts and blah blah blah. Like, let's be real. I can go out there and I can collect like all of the cooking honey to make the stupid honeycombed cookies, and then when I go to sell it on the central market, what am I making? Absolutely fucking nothing. You know, I have to sit there and wait for like the pickled vegetables. How much money do you have in the pickled central market value? And then how quickly can you sell it? Like, can you really make that money? Can you really move that product to make the money? In my one video, the last one that Blue reacted, I pointed out something about the Flamingo blood. Another great example of just what I'm talking about. Okay, so Flamingo blood will make you 18.6k minimum over here on NA per vial. That's great. That's amazing. You know, go ahead and get 10k will make you a couple hundred mil, and then let's go ahead and look at it. Let's go find it real fast. Flamingo blood, right? See, is there a demand? Yeah, no demand. So, with that being said, great example. You can go out there, you can try to gather your Flamingo blood, trying to make your 100 millions and blah blah blah, but if no one's willing to buy it, you're not going to really make that money. You're going to be sitting there waiting. The last time that was sold, 7/2/22/12. You're telling me you're really going to make money on that Flamingo blood? But the value and if you look at the central market. Yeah, but looking at that recent transaction, I can easily tell you, oh, and the lack of supply, you know, come on. Or lack of demand, like, come on. I'm not making shit on it. I can list it up to my heart's content and I will not make shit. Like, let's go ahead and see how much money I'll make for those trophies. For this last hour that I was out there. 274, that was yesterday that these were sold. There's already 318, meaning it'll probably take me a week, maybe a week at the most to sell off these stuffed boar heads. So I did not make that 274 for this last hour. If anything, yeah, no, we can't even count it. Ignore the shit out of it. You know, that value means nothing. It's just sitting there. So yeah, like I keep saying, like, I know it's gonna be a bad take and all. It's just one of the things that I've been sitting there thinking, and I know how a lot of people like to get all butthurt about not being able to make the amount of money that the better content creators are making, and why is that possible, and how are they able to do this if I can't do it, and all this. Just remember, supply, demand. Your region will determine how much money you can owe, and you have to minus the market tax. All right, you have to minus the market tax before even sitting there and considering how much your like overall amount that you're really making. Because like I will always tell you when I'm ending my sessions off and shit like that, this is how much I'll make before taxes are applied, or this is how much I made after taxes are applied, and everything like that. Like, you have to take that into account. Region, supply, demand, market tax, all of those you have to take into account. So next time you guys are sitting there thinking you should be making as much as Choice is making, or as much as Blue is making, and all that, and you're not, just know like, you got to go for the items that have a higher demand, lower supply, and you can easily be able to move it. If you just have that shit sitting in your storage, it's not gonna make you any money until you list it. I don't know what to really tell you guys. Yeah, let me know if like you guys agree with me, disagree with me. I'm all ears. If you guys agree, let me know why. If you guys disagree, also let me know why. I'm curious. We have a 30% chance. Oh, I could do it. I could do it. All right, let's try our luck at this shit. Let's try it. 30% chance. No pressure. No pressure. It's only 4 bill if I make it. Yeah. It's normal.